Through the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10.
Hey, 52. Roger.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Take 52 and 55, 52.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he fins him, and now he's swallowed up and taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Here's Jones. They'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
12. Wait! 12.
The first down throw here for Rivers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Adam Jones, the longtime NFL corner, able to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here you go, man. Hey, left. You got 4. Hey, Delta! Hey!
2nd down, Rivers. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey. 12.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down.
No, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Keenum now on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This is Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. Jones on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his rhetorical skills were on point. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
0.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Hey, Rocket!
Tie it right.
0.
From the gun, Rivers. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there. Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense. That's now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Delta!
Rivers on first down. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rivers now on 2nd down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
52, 55, 52. 52.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Hey, take one, last, take 33. Hey, down.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And he knocks it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
12. Fight!
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Cluster.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Keenum. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before half for Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Now Jones. And with flags down, he's up near the 40, but it looks like this one might be coming back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Load it! Load it! Hey, hot!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
22! 22!
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap for Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And an alley to... There goes Melvin Gordon. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. Fighting the stop, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Very left, very left. Roger, Roger, Roger.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Working from the gun, Keenum. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Wait! 12.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rivers now 9 of 17 through the air. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Read 80! 80 hot!
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. And
he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Derek Wolfe in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
To throw is Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Stand down. Stand down.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Keenum now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete as well. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Set. 380. Set. White.
Kill.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Set.
Check 50.
Hey, Delta. Be hot.
Come this way. Here we go. He's checking. Press. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Be hot.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 65 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. On the return, it's McKenzie. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. And now look at him go. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Rivers now on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 78 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Hey, left, left, left. Hey, go orange.
3rd and long for Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
22. 22. Roger, Roger, Roger.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
2nd and 10, Keenum here again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Stand down.
Keenum to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Keenum again. And he's going to have to hook up with Sutton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Rivers here to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.